Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. This is the Flying Auditor. I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on what I have done in the state of Maryland concerning the angry vet. Early this morning, Veterans Nation sent me telephone numbers for Representative Andy Harris, who is the congressman for angry vets jurisdiction. So I made a call to a number, and the number will be put on the screen here in a little bit. But let me share with you what came about. For those of you that don't know, go to the Angry Vets channel at the Angry Vet. The Angry Vet is a veteran. He's a disabled vet. Suffers from PTSD and other issues due to his military service. I know this factually. I've worked with him for well over a year. We're friends. He's my brother. And for y'all that don't like him, that's your problem. You got to know the man. He's got a wonderful heart. And I guarantee you what, all you naysayers have not dipped in your pocket to the tune of thousands and given that to other veterans. So before you start casting dispersions and being a naysayer to this man, you need to know where the man's heart is. And I can guarantee you what, he goes off like everybody goes off. Hey, look, I'm an old vet. You piss me off, and I'm gonna sing my song. And if you don't like the words, close your fucking ears or leave. You know what I mean? But the problem that is happening is Kevin had actually gone to the Representative Harris's office and you can go to his channel, look at what he did, trying to get information because Kevin has been charged with 8 counts of wiretapping. For what reason? For videoing and audio recording inside the Veterans Administration, which is lawful, but according to the CFRs, Kevin's mental health was being denied by physicians. So what does a guy do? You protect yourself. You record what's happening in your life so you have video of the egregious behavior of the, quote, VA professionals up at Cecil Point, I think that's what it's called, VA Center, who absolutely just trashed this guy and doxed him and everything else. You know, put bad stuff on his record. I got to tell you what has happened to this man and through the judicial system in the state of Maryland is absolutely mind-boggling to me. But I digress. Let me share with you exactly I don't know what the hell happened here. Oh, all right. Well, that's not going to work. Okay, I had it set up, so I don't know what's going on here. Bear with me. I'm going to stop the screen. Let's, I've changed the settings here a little bit in StreamYard. Let's see here. Nope, that ain't going to work. You guys got to bear with me. I tried this earlier and it worked, but who knows? Let's try it one more time. I'm going to share the screen. Okay. And let's see what happens. Bingo. This is the dude. He's a Republican, and there's a lot of rhinos out there. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. You would think somebody who has been a Navy guy and who's a doctor would do something. But let me share with you. I contacted and I called 410-588-5670. I called 410-588-5670 on the 24th of September at 10:10 Central Time. And it was off the cuff. I was moving about. I didn't record it. I mean, I was just moving through because, you know, it was early in the morning for me. I didn't record it. So that was my mistake. However, let me share with you. A female answered it. And I asked her, I told her, quite frankly, I says, I didn't know anything about Harris. She said, yeah, he's a Navy vet. yada, yada, yada. I said, look, there is a constituent in his district who is absolutely being railroaded for recording the bad behavior of the Veterans Administration that has been pushed on this man for trying to get medical care. Can you imagine being arrested for recording the bad actions of a doctor because you need medical care? What the hell? So this guy's staff, I've not spoken to Andy Harris, and I hope he gets this because your staff is a piece of shit. When I said I'm not a constituent, however, you don't know if I own LLCs in Baltimore with property, and I'm not going to give you my information. I want to know what I can do to get it on the record that recording in the VA is not against the law. And then she said, well, who are you talking about? So I gave her Kevin's name. The female that answered got really quiet, and she goes, oh, yeah, we know him. We called the cops on him. He's trying to get arrested. He's trying and pushing the envelope so he can get money. We called the cops on him. And I'm going, really? I mean, I listened to a little bit and I said, lady, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I hung up. I got pissed. I should have carried on. My mistake. My emotions took over. But this guy, this Harris, is an anesthesiologist. Good for him. I mean, he's got a good paying job. He's in the Congress. You know, I have no respect for a person that is all about politics and screws fellow veterans. This is the epitome of someone that thinks they're the elite. And this really just annoys the absolute dog crap out of me. Folks, call the number 410-588-5670 and say recording at the VA, Veterans Administration, is lawful according to the CFRs published. And if they're going to ask you, your constituent, answer it how you will. Be polite. I didn't cuss her out. Didn't call her any names. I was just amazed at she claimed that this was all Kevin's doing. That's what he's about. He got what he deserved, basically. And I've got to tell you, that pissed me off. That made me very, very, very angry. So I hope, ladies and gentlemen, that we can stand behind Kevin for what he's done. And for you naysayers, you don't know a damn thing about him. You just unsubscribe to me. I don't care. You know, you idiots out there that are disparaging Kevin, you know, you got your heads buried so far up your butts, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. None of you that have said anything negative about this man have dug deep into your pockets. And I know this for a fact. I know exactly how much he did. Kevin and I are friends. Whether you like his way of doing stuff is irrelevant. It's the idea behind it. If you're a veteran and you agree with what's happening with 8 counts of wiretapping for recording your public servants that are abusing you in the Veterans Administration, you're the problem, quite frankly. And you're going to get your comeuppance at the VA one day or another. You know, I just feel sorry for Kevin, but Kevin's in for the long haul. He's got a good team behind him, and stuff is going to happen. But I will say this. Harris, your staff, the lady who monitors and answers your phone at 410-588-5670 is a piece of trash. She needs to be fired. Anybody that said what she said to me should be terminated from representing and working for any government entity. This woman has got her head so buried so far up her butt, she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. And it just annoys me that she said what she said. It's his fault. What a frickin' idiot this woman is. Oh, I'm glad I wasn't there, because I would not have been polite with her. I'd have sung a song and I would have been rude as all get out. You shouldn't do that. My fault. I digress. Be positive. Be positive that it doesn't happen to you. So I just want to get this off my chest. This is a little bit of information about this Yahoo that works for Congressman Andy Harris out of Maryland district, out of the Baltimore area, who have declined helping Kevin navigate through the problems. Oh, also, she said, it just came to me that I told him he was charged with 8 counts of wiretap. She said, we can't help him anyway because there's a separation between state and feds or whatever she said. At that point, I was so pissed when she said he deserved it. He got what he got coming to him. It was his fault. You know, how can you say that to a guy who served our country? Any of us who've served our country and have physical maladies because of our service of our country, and if anybody disparages a veteran who's got physical, mental, whatever issues because of his service of the country, and you say something about it, and you didn't have the guts to sign up, you're the problem. You're the problem. No one else. You put your name on a line with the possibility of losing your life. Blind justice, multiple TBIs, has gone blind, jailed because he wanted to be heard and seen in a court that denied him. Can you imagine? I digress. Mike Nelson, blind justice, was jailed in a prison for sitting in a vehicle trying to go into court with his digital visual devices for his eyes because he can't see. He didn't know who's talking to him. It could be a beggar off the street state claiming he's a cop. How do you know? And I want to shout out to Flex Your Freedoms. Bo, you did a wonderful job on the movie you did for Flex Your Freedoms. I mean, for Blind Justice. For those who have not seen it, go to @Flex Your Freedoms and look at the video. It's an hour long that this man, Flex Your Freedoms, developed and helped create for Mike Nelson at Blind Justice. So I am out of here. Just had to put this out there. Hadn't been on in a while. God bless America. God bless our troops. You guys have a great one. We're out of here.